I'm going to preface this by saying that if you've been to our camp before, and I start going over this stuff and I start using some terminologies and things like that that you've heard before, do not tune me out. Don't say, oh, well, we did this last year, we did this 10 years ago. The problem is, we're not good enough on the bottom yet. Okay, we're not. Okay. Maybe some of you individually are, but as a group, we are not good enough on the bottom. All right, so it's all going to start with attitude. I've told you stories upon stories of like my career, okay, and what was hindering me in college as far as getting the results I needed to have. One of the biggest things was my bottom position, and the biggest contributing factor to that was my lack of confidence, okay? I pretty much was afraid to go on the bottom. And you get in a big match, and you gotta go get that point, and you're not confident. I mean, as a matter of fact, my junior year was the blood round against NCAA tournament. The score was 0-0, and the guy was wrestling, picked top. He knew I was that afraid to go on the bottom. 0-0, and he picked top, and he beat me, right? But I knew it was like when he went like this, I was like, oh man, and right there I was defeated. And it was the opposite my senior year. I wrestled another good top guy in the blood round, but that year I was really confident. I had devoted my off season to get better on the bottom, to have a more winning attitude, okay, in everything I was doing, right? But my mat wrestling, I became more confident, and as a result, I was able to win some big matches. Right? That's completely up to you. My coaches at Clarion, they knew I was pretty good on my feet, and we had practices where I was down for a lot of the practice with some of the best top guys in our room on top of me. And do you think those practices were fun for me? I mean, wrestling's fun overall, but when you're down and you're not getting away, man. But what it did was it made me better, because instead of just going, oh, I can't, why do you keep putting me down? Instead of having that attitude, I was like, all right, I gotta get out. I gotta make this work, okay? So all the things I'm gonna do right now are so basic, right? The problem is, if you don't have the right attitude, you won't execute. Because you gotta remember, you're gonna have a guy your weight on top of you, or an opponent your weight on top of you, who's trying to break you down, right? So just doing a stand-up here like this, yeah, we can do that. We don't have anybody on us. Nobody's trying to hold us down, right? Get a guy on top, you're gonna have some guts, okay? Stand up. Come here, Ben, if you don't mind. This is my partner, Benny. Him and Avalos just wore me out over there in some live goes, man. Colin Noel. Okay, got tough. So, Benny's gonna be on top. Benny, go on my left for now, just for that. Okay, so right here, I gotta make sure he's not capturing this arm. So I'm just gonna bring it across here. Just here like this. Okay, I'm gonna take this knee, I'm gonna pivot it. Okay, Benny, I'm gonna go back this way. Okay, so I'm just gonna pivot this knee. I prefer an outside stand-up, outside leg stand-up. I just use that one better. I don't care what leg you stand up. But I come up first with the outside. I'm gonna pivot, okay, pivot, and actually I do a small step. Pivot here, okay? Now, for now, Ben is just gonna hold me up. Just gonna kind of push into me. Watch my elbows. My elbows are pinned, okay, to my ribs. They're pinned to my ribs. As I come up, they're actually gonna drop. They're gonna drop down to my belt. If I had a belt on, my elbow's gonna drop down to my belt. So we go, ready, go. We come up, okay, and I drop my elbows to my belt. Okay, some guys are gonna try to lock hands. When they do that, okay, we're gonna go Triple H, right? You guys don't even know who Triple H is, do you? Okay, WWE dude, okay? That way he can't lock his hands, okay? Once again, I'm down, Ben's on top, ready, set, go. Here, hey, right up, right up. Pin my elbows to my side, and then I'm just ready to cut. Ready to cut, right. I always cut off into a wrestling stance. When you're drilling, sometimes we do this. Hey man, Come over later, play some Atari, hang out. Okay? BSing with your friends during practice, standing straight up. No. Come up. Come up. I cut right into my stance. Okay? Where's Outlaws? I was wrestling this guy, and I barely got away. Barely got away from over there. He was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. He tried to take me down right away, didn't he? All right? If I wasn't in my stance, he's going to get me. Luckily for me, I happened to stay low, just low enough. He did get my leg, but I had just enough, right? I would have come out of my stance to have it. All right, so what we're going to do right now, we're just going to hit that stand up. I'm going to say go. We're going to do a 5, 6, 7 of them, then we're going to come back in. Then we're going to work on when a guy tries to chop you, and where we're going to go from there. All right, one thing I do want to talk about is this ball right here. Okay, this ball. Who's a good boot guy? Come here, Blazer. Come on, Blazer. Come on, we'll throw a boot in. Get it. Right, throw a boot. Ready, set, go. Get in there, Blazer. Get in there. No, can't get in. Good try. Right now. Yeah. Good try, Blazer. Anybody else? Okay, come on, get a boot in. Come on, Rex. Yeah.
If I pop a hole in there,
can't get it. Gray does a pretty nice job with boots, can't get them in. Nice shot, Gray. Good try. All right, good one.
let's see you throw it in there.
I'm not a good boot guy. If the boot guys can't even get in, there's a reason behind. When I'm on the bottom, I make myself into a ball like this. Okay? Make yourself into a ball. Who we talk about? Casey Swift, he likes to talk about the Batmobile. Okay, the Batmobile goes 200 miles an hour. Batman says shields, right? So you're going 200 miles an hour on the bottom, on the mat, with your shields. Shields are up, okay? So I'm moving, I got my shields, okay? Brings me down the mat, shields. No matter what, I'm moving, okay? Fight switch, shields, okay? All right, we're gonna do like 7 stand-ups a piece on me. 1, 2.